Okay, Princess Diana back again. So this will be part 3 of beauty maintenance. Thought about this real quick. Also, so don't just think, like I said, people will say things about you good behind your back. And honey, some people will, may try to say things and start rumors behind your back because they think you're pretty. Some guys too. But I'm the type of person, and some women are very reserved, which I've learned to be social and reserved at the same time, like keeping my business to myself, but just talking to people. And then, hey, people like to talk about themselves, so a lot of times let them bring up certain topics, and I've learned my lesson about being so open with people, okay? Because people will use it sometimes and take that and like kind of call you out like in front of people, and it's nothing bad. It's just like, almost like use your words against you, like, oh, can you believe she thinks like this, blah 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 blah, and these can be guys too, because not everybody is happy with themselves, and not everybody respects everybody's opinion, because we all got opinions. I'm like, this person over here going so fast. And what was I gonna say? But yeah, just keep in mind you have to build your confidence up, because that ego, they'll break you. If you're just going off ego, they will break you. You're gonna be somewhere in the corner crying one day, like Cardi B was in her earlier days. But that's why she spazzes out so much. Like, well, I ain't gonna say that because it's probably some other stuff going on. But a lot of times, yeah, when you're in your ego, yeah, you're doing a baddie thing. You look nice and all that. You look good, but you have to have your confidence up, because people will try to throw dirt on you, on your name. But to me, I think it's comical. I think it's funny. Especially when you know you're a good person. Some people will judge you and think you're a bad person just because you present yourself well. Just because you've got money. I'm talking about people who got money now. Think about how many times, and I'm not talking about me, but hey, if a person want to say, hey, if I'm looking nice, I look like I got money. People are like, oh, I know you got money, big spender, this and that, because I bought me a nice purse or somebody, whatever, you know how I get my stuff. I'm not doing nothing crazy. Because they haven't had certain experiences in life and stuff like that, then they'll like be like, yeah, right, there ain't nobody doing that and this and that, let them believe, hey, no comment, whatever, right? It has nothing to do with you. Let people think what they want to think, and be fine with that. Be okay with people saying things good behind your back. Be okay with people saying things that are bad, but you're such a great person. This is why I like kind of being a little bit social. I have to force it anyway, because I'm not really a social butterfly, but sometimes when I'm feeling good, I don't care. I feel good, and I'm a social butterfly. But I want to be a little bit more social for my sake. What was I gonna say? People will talk behind your back, and they'll just assume things and just start making up these rumors, just like they talk about celebrities and rich people. They assume all kind of things. They assume they're a bad person. They assume this and that. We don't know these people personally, y'all. Some people, now unless you've seen them personally, or they could be acting, you just really don't know these people. I've known people that have money, and it's funny to hear people say, and they didn't know that you know the person, and then they might be either your family or a close friend or something like that, and then you hear people saying stuff, but oh, they should have did this, or why didn't they do that? Why didn't they, fix up this center, this building, or donate this and that, when this person donates to all kind of causes. give to their family, all kind of stuff that you can give until you are broke, which that's something that I know they was. I don't know Glorilla or whatever, but that's something that it's just a storyline for me. Like there's something to talk about. But one of her family members, I think her sister was saying she's no good. Y'all think y'all know her, which we don't. You can think you know a person all day, and we don't know what Glorilla, how she grew up, what she went through with her siblings, if they have a close relationship or were they enemies. And that's sad, but that's something that some people can experience with their siblings. So we don't know. Unless we know them personally, we do not know why. The girl was saying she's not giving them enough and this and that, all kind of crazy stuff. She seemed like she a little off. But okay, I want to talk about social media and what you put out there. Like, yeah, we gotta have a talk. I didn't grow up with social media, so a lot of people my age group, but some of the people my age group are tripping, and that's why some of the kids, that's why I don't blame the kids for the things that they do. When I say kids, I mean people 20, I'm gonna say 25 years and younger. If y'all are out of control, more than likely you're like that because your parents allowed you to be like that, or they were out of doggone control, okay? And they never grew up from that. They didn't grow. And now the kids are out of control, and y'all don't know no better. If you need guidance, I want you to stop looking at the negative stuff and be like, if you really feel like you want to change, start changing, baby. You can do it. You can do it. There's some people, there's not all negativity out here. There is some good in the world. Okay? There's good in the world. You got good and bad. You got opposites of everything. You just got to choose which side you want to be on. Or if we want to go, you ain't got to choose no side. You can just be. But the way that this world works right now, unless it changes, you kind of have to choose a side. Okay? You can be neutral, but it takes mastery. So just choose the best side, okay, for you. All right? And yeah, I just want to let y'all know. You have to have confidence, honey, because people will try to bring you down a notch or two in your face, in front of people, honey. They will try to shame you for being a beautiful or pretty woman, especially for women. For guys, they'll say side little things, little jokingly things too, but I don't know if y'all get it that bad, but you can let me know. But for women, they definitely, if you're glowing up or whatever you want to call it, whatever y'all say, you just maintaining, right? You're a beautiful woman. You're a beautiful person. And just because you present yourself, but you can have nice smelling cologne on. Nice smell. Oh, everybody can't smell good like such and such. And everybody can't look good. Ooh, look, you got your heels on today and stuff. I'm thinking like, what's wrong with that? You threw on something nice. I like to have nice throw on clothes. I like to have clothes. All my clothes look nice. That way, if I feel lazy and I don't feel like doing all this, I can still pick out something nice. Your wardrobe needs to be like that. That way you can always look nice. Always look nice. If you wear caps, make sure you have the best looking caps ever. You have some nice looking caps, okay? Like, come on, y'all, for real. But that's why I mean by having good self-esteem, because people will try to belittle you. They will do all these things sometimes, and it's funny to me. I just smile. When somebody says something, like it's somebody that I know I work around, and they'll say little comments, and they don't just do it to me, and then they'll be like, that's when I know that they like it. So I asked him, I said, I ask him sometimes, like he'll say, oh, I had leopard print. Sometimes I get a little bold. To me, that's bold. I like to be bold. I don't do the bold stuff at work like that, but during the summertime, I'm out and about, I'm somewhere vacation, I'm going bold, baby. That's me. So if I feel bold, cool. If I feel neutral, cool. But that's me. Let people do them. That's what I say. Mind your business. Let people do them. If you're not on with their own, that's fine. Let them do them. But he would say stuff like, like he said, oh, you got your leopard print on. I see. Everybody can't do the leopard print or something like that. Or he'll say something, and I'll say, do you like it? Hold on one second, y'all. Yeah, I'll ask him if he likes I'll ask him if he likes it. I'll be like, you like it? You know, anything like, especially with guys, throw them off by that. Like, because he might actually have a crush on you or something like that, right? It's so funny. It's nothing. He doesn't say anything mean, but it's always like, it's almost like this. This is how I feel. I was like, oh, this guy I think he kind of likes me because he, and I don't think that about everybody, but the only reason why, because it's almost like he's an adult, right? And adults can sometimes flirt differently than what little boys, you know, I'm talking about boys and girls, right? The little boys, the way they used to flirt with us was they might come shove you, push you, keep getting on your nerves. They don't know how to play, you know, until the adults tell them, hey, don't be rough with girls or something like that, because they'll be rough with you. And you're like, why does this person keep picking on me? And they always, you know, they won't leave me alone. They try to sit by me. They're always doing spitballs, all kind of crazy stuff, you know. And come to find out. And then the older people, they'd be like, oh, baby, he just likes you. And I'm like, what? Like, what? Why would you do, you know? But boys are, naturally, they're rough. Most boys are rough. Some boys, you know, if they just raised by their mom, they're always around their mom, they might not be that rough. But they can toughen up. They know how to toughen up too. But naturally, most boys, if they've been around other boys, they got brothers and stuff like that, they got siblings, they are rough, okay? Especially if they grew up. If it's just boys, the way they're gonna flirt with little girls is they just gonna roughhouse them. They just want their attention. They just want you, look at me, see me, say something to me, any kind of reaction. Like, that's how they tell you as a little boy that they like you. So when he was making all these little side comments and stuff like that, he would always, you know, I would find him looking at me and, you know, not staring in a creepy way, but just like kind of, you know, catch him looking at me and different things like that. I was like, oh, I think he might like me. Like, you know, I think nothing about it. But when he kept making these side comments, and then bitch, I was like, you know what? I said, do you like it? And when I said, do you like it? He was like, yeah. I thought it was cute. Because I said, this guy, this is how he flirts. Or this is how he says, I like that. I admire what you have on. I admire your style. I admire how you do whatever it is you do. Okay? So yeah, and when I say he does to another guy, but not in the same way. It's like he wears very, very nice cologne. And the guy dresses nice. He has a style, a real nice style, GQ, you know. And he's like, oh man, I see you, man. He's like, you know, not everybody can smell good like you, little stuff like that. And then he's like, oh man, you know, it's nothing, you know. He's got a bunch of cologne, you know, I'm a connoisseur, so, of colognes and whatnot. And he knows the very expensive colognes to the, you know, like the department store, you know, $200 colognes and stuff like that. But yeah. So, but then they talk, but he was like, yeah, man, I like the way that smells. Because you gotta think, he can't just tell me. He can tell me I look nice. That's you have to tread lightly with that, especially when it's the opposite sex at work, because you have the S harassment, you know. You have that harassment, okay? So that's why men have to be so careful with that, and I get it. I'm cool with that. If they want to tell you you're pretty, I've had men tell me I'm pretty, and they be like, "Is that okay with you? Like, can I give you a compliment?" That's how it is, and it's gotten that bad. But I like that they have the awareness and stuff like that, because in the past, some guys were off the chain, and I think that helps. But I don't want men to be afraid to You can give a woman a compliment. You can say, wow, you look really nice today. And then you can ask, if you don't know, is it okay for me? If you don't mind, I just want to tell you, you look very nice today. You don't have to don't tell them every day, because, the harassment stuff. Just, smile. Just, you can say a nice, kind word to them and stuff like that. And every now and then you can say, hey, you look really, I meant to tell you, you look nice. You look nice. You just look nice all the time. I just want to let you know that. Or something like that, okay? And, I'm pretty sure there's other ways. I have to think of some ways, but I want men to, like, when I was growing up, the guys would approach, they would, and on further back, men would approach women, and we loved it. We didn't I loved it. I liked it. And I love it now. I appreciate it even more now, because not that many men do that anymore. It happens every now and then, but you'll hear them say stuff and looking at you about to break their neck and stuff, and not even saying nothing to you. And I think it has something to do with what did they say, the Me Too movement or whatever, or I guess girl empowerment. But honey, y'all done turn these men into not scaredy cats, but like, shoot, they can't say nothing. Like, look, I know it's what was I gonna say? There's a way, should be able to allow men to flirt or say something to you. I think that's why a lot of men don't say anything to women. And it's not, we can't blame them for not saying anything because of the way things are now. And please, honey, if you don't like that man, somebody else will like him. Don't dog this man out. Get out of my face. Get out of here. Like, I don't like you. You're not da-da-da-da. You're not on my level. I don't, this and that. You're ugly. Please never let that come out your mouth. It's not ladylike, and it's not cool. You wouldn't want anybody to speak to you like that. Think about it like that. You just say, oh, I really appreciate that. And I hope you have a nice day. And if they ask for your number, well, I appreciate you asking me, and I take that as a compliment. But I have, I'm dating somebody seriously right now. Or you could say, I have a boyfriend right now. I have a boyfriend. I would want to be disrespectful to him, whatever. But don't. I wouldn't talk to a homeless man like that on the street that's dirty and haven't bathed for days. I would still give him the same amount of respect. Okay? Let's not be egotistical buttholes. Let's not do that. Let's treat people the way we would want to be treated. Okay, y'all? Everybody, most people are decent, and they deserve decency. The people that are not decent, honey, I'm not going to say what they deserve, but they're going to get what they get, because I do believe karma is a thing. All right, like, comment, and subscribe.